You're listening to Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brian.
And I'm Joey.
And I'm Jess.
Did you have to think about that, Joey?
I don't know what name I wanted to say.
Or how you wanted to say it?
I'll be like Michael Scarden.
I feel like tonight's going to be a little bit off because I'm apologizing to both of you now because
It's
I'm
10:30.
late. And I apologize for that. I know that Jess, I thought for sure you guys would have a late start tomorrow for school. So
Me too.
I thought it would be okay, but I was wrong. So this, everybody, is episode 153 of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. Come on along, everybody. Spend the next hour or so with us talking about gravel bikes, adventure biking, bike packing, bike camping, goals for next year, maybe? Is that kind of something we want to talk
this year, technically.
This year, that's
This
right.
year,
2022.
this
That's
year.
right,
We're
because it
in
is 22.
the hole of 2022 already.
Or just playing bikes. Now, I just want to say that one of my goals this year is to up my kit game. I really want my kit game to be on point as we go to events and as we're out there doing things. And one of the ways that I plan on doing that is by sporting my brand new GTD kit that's coming from Cutaway USA. Cutaway USA offers premium cycling apparel born in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Cutaway, as you know, is an industry leader that uses innovative fabrics combined with clean, bold designs. Check out their website, cutawayyusa.com. They've got all sorts of fantastic stuff, and I'm sure you're going to want to buy stuff because if you don't buy something there, what are you doing?
You're putting us out of business.
You're losing money. So when you reach that checkout, use the code GRAVEL15 to take 15% off your entire order. That offer is a special discount just for our listeners. And I sure hope, does Philip listen to the podcast?
Way to put me on the spot. I don't know. He's listened to podcasts in the past, yes.
Okay. I just don't know because we just need to, we want to be Philip's friend. And that's really why we're doing this. No, they really do. He's always done us well. Have you gotten the shop kits yet from the new Cutaway shop
They
kits?
should be here any minute.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the weather's probably hold them up.
Yes.
That would
I
be
was
a
going to
thing that
say, I have a
happening.
package coming, and it said it was not coming today.
Oh, yeah. I had stuff that was supposed to be here Friday. It showed up at
See?
You guys still
5:45. UPS started half a day late today.
You guys still get Amazon packages after Christmas? I thought it went into like a lull zone. I haven't had an Amazon package come to my
No,
house.
I think one of my goals for 2020 is to not do Amazon shopping for one full day.
Okay.
Like one full day of
You
not
order that much stuff?
ordering
Really?
Amazon.
Really, that much?
Man, my sister's been without power for one day, and she's ordered flashlights,
Yeah.
batteries, first aid kit, Coleman. She's down in Fredericksburg. I'm like, it's not going to do you any good now.
Hold up. Do you actually see your sisters?
So
you guys all
I'm on
the
my
same
sister's.
prime?
She's on her mom's. We mooched.
That's dangerous. See what other people
yeah.
order. Oh,
My sister, she's
spicy
been.
saucy sauces up in a long time.
My stepdad had 3 chairs in his cart today, and
Yeah.
I'm like, delete. And then I ordered something, and then he called me, and he's like, I was looking at chairs. And I was like, not my fault. You got to go quicker.
You know, you can move those into save later. That's what
Save
Emily
later.
does.
You can call Matt, and you can explain that to him.
You just did a delete.
She's cold
Yes,
like that.
I'm cold like that.
You didn't move a save to later.
I did not.
Yeah,
Oh, the shared Prime account. You
Yeah.
really do need to learn.
That's
the
how me
save.
and Emily work it.
Yeah, the save for later move is the right way to do it. No wonder they don't like you. Just what Joey tells me all the time. But it'll be all right.
My
Hey,
sis-
are we supposed to talk about bikes? Are we supposed to be talking about bikes?
We don't have to. It's January.
So technically, this is the beginning. This is probably I don't know when our anniversary is. Quite
This
frankly.
episode?
It is basically this
It
episode.
was the first recording of the year.
the first recording of the year.
Are you giving away another bike rack?
No, I don't have a bike rack to give away now. Because
I think what we should
Sarah's
have
anymore.
done is the bike rack that got raffled away should get rotated every year.
Mhm.
It's like Alex and Chris got it, right? Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
That's
I
how it'd be like,
forgot
and then you
about
got to
that.
engrave your name on it.
And it's like a cup, like
Yeah.
a trophy you pass along from year to year. I like that.
Yeah.
We should think on that. We should think on whether or not we want to.
That's the only way anyone's going to go bike racking now.
But you can't just like tell them now, like we want our bike rack back.
Well, we could.
I don't think you can.
Well, Chris hasn't messaged
If you
me.
think I'm cold for not saving it for later, then that's really cold.
Chris's problem is he gets his hair tangled up in the bike rack trying to take it off the back.
Chris
of the
hasn't said
car.
anything about the dreadlocks.
No, we haven't gotten anything.
Either he hasn't listened. I know Father Dave has because he texted us. He got his head shaved.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. They've got those Dirty Kitten folks have got their hands full. Do you know that there are over 300
Yeah, that's awesome.
participants in the Dirty Kitten
awesome.
winter training
More than
series?
half are females.
And do you know that our GTD team is now up to, I think, 6 or 7? 6 maybe?
100?
So if anybody is a Dirty Kitten winter training series participant and you are unaffiliated, we would welcome
or
you.
affiliated with someone else.
Or if you're just angry with your current team.
Because Brian switched me middle of last year.
Yeah. Well, you can switch it
without
up.
my consent.
You could just mess with Alex and Chris and be like, every week, change your team. That would be a fun thing to do. No, it would suck. That would be horrible. Eventually, they would say no to that. No, they do have their hands full. And, I just kicked off Monday of this week. And I was there for the Monday kickoff ride. It was a lot of fun. I think she had 100 people in the Zwift meetup.
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of people. And it devolved into a whole bunch of different like splinter cells, like Tom Clancy.
Tom Clancy over there?
There was like, I was looking at the map and there was like, people was like, oh, look, there's a group of people over there. And then there's me. And then there's another group of people over there. And everybody, I was like, oh, we're going to join up. And then I almost met a group, but then they made a different turn.
You were on Meta?
People were all over the place. I guess it is kind of like a metaverse. Zwift is a part of the virtual world, right?
Oh.
Wouldn't it be?
Yeah, anything that you can message somebody directly on is called social media.
I would like to buy real estate in Zwift.
Oh, yeah. We should make that a thing.
I did actually. We're just people are going to have turned this off already. I actually thought about making a percentage of each episode of the podcast an NFT token, a non-fungible token of ownership, so that we could actually give our listeners a small percentage ownership through a digital certificate on a blockchain in each individual episode. I think that would be cool. It means absolutely nothing, but there's a lot.
So those feral cats could buy like a percentage of the podcast.
No, like we could decide like our favorite person this week is Larry. I was just thinking about
my
Larry.
favorite person every week is Larry.
So we could actually like say, Larry, here is a 1% ownership in episode 153, and we could actually give him a digital certificate with an NFT that would allow him, and then he could turn around and resell it to Ted.
There you go.
And then Ted could turn around and resell it to Nadine, and Nadine could sell it to Marcus, and then Marcus would sell it back to Larry. And we all along would make a percentage off of each time they transfer ownership. So we would get like super rich off of that. I think it's a real thing.
We're gonna switch subjects because I have no idea what's going on now. This is like a rabbit hole you went down.
I'm
I'm
drinking
sorry.
a Christmas pancake imperial milk stout with spices, honey, and maple syrup.
Who brews that? That looks really cool.
Hardywood. I just interrupted Jessica because I was really trying to change that subject. Sorry, Jessica.
Sorry.
It's somewhere in Virginia.
A bunch of bike geeks just got really
It's
excited.
from Richmond. This thing is amazing. It tastes like I'm drinking a pan clock. It's got a little gingerbread man on there.
pan clock?
Pan clocks. You never
Never heard that.
pancakes.
No, I've heard pancakes, but never heard
50
clocks.
First Dates. When he's trying to learn how to read.
Oh, that's right. I
Pan
remember that
clocks.
reference.
I say pan clocks every day now because of that.
That's a wild looking can. Like
It's like an evil little gingerbread man.
It's what I was going to say. It's a little disturbing because there's a little gingerbread man with a knife and a fork with the stack of pancakes. So the
Pour
gingerbread
slowly
man,
into a stem glass.
oh,
So let me do.
is that a nitro? Are you sure? If you're supposed to hard, well, it doesn't say hard pour. It doesn't say hard
He's
pour.
talking, but he doesn't realize the mic's not going to pick him
That's
up
okay.
from that far.
It's quite all right. You and I can just enjoy this podcast. Jess is like, oh my God, you're going to start talking about NFTs again, aren't you? Because I'm not going to do it. I am
I have
not
the
gonna
exact
do it.
glass on the bottle.
On every ride Larry post, I ask him how his knees are doing. And he said his knees are almost at 100% because after
balls.
unpaved, he had a very bad knee pain.
You need to look straight in your mic. I'm sorry.
I
We're
can't-
getting you a new mic.
I can't like look at you and talk to you, and I have to look at like the countertops.
You could look at Blake. You could look at Blake
He's
in there.
sleeping.
We need to get a round table. I'm telling you. I'm just going to rearrange your kitchen. Joey?
If you're going to buy it, and it looks exactly like this, and then you make it square, sure. Rectangle.
No, it's all good. And Jess and I are both still in training mode, unlike Joey.
I'm in training mode
You're in training mode?
for something.
Well, I mean, I'm obsessing over Croatan. I can't stop.
Riding's easy. Announcing, that's hard.
True.
Anyone could ride.
Yeah, you were in training for speaking.
La,
la, la, la, la, la. Is Matt going to give you a microphone?
Yeah, I got a mic. I got everything.
That is awesome. And a PA, which you can turn the volume up. And you need to run over in front of the speaker and make it go, all the feedback and stuff every once in a while. That's very professional to do it
Yes.
that way.
Precisely.
Okay.
What you been up to, Jessica?
Yeah, Jess, what you been
Yeah,
up
you've
to?
had like the unlimited winter break.
It's been glorious. We had a week and like 2 days of winter break, and then it slowly evolved into a week and 5 days. And now might be going in for my first day of work before break. So,
And then having 3 more days off again.
and then maybe having 3 more days off again. So
Because JB Weather says it's going to snow.
he does say it's going to
Overnight
snow, and
Thursday.
I really trust him. So
I think it's true. Like,
I agree.
And I think snow breeds snow, because once the snow builds up on the ground and it gets cold, the air gets colder.
I think that's why they call it a snowball effect, right?
Yeah. Well, I think that's a little different, but I do think it applies to actual snowfalls as well. I think there is a snowball effect. I think.
I hate it all.
I could be wrong.
I'm excited.
I don't like snow. I know you like snow because you get off work.
I love snow days. Yeah, but it's not like I get off work. It's just you have to make it up. Like, it's not like you just get a free day off. Like at one point you have to make them up. So
I have a question. I have a social media question. Is Joey aware that on Instagram and all over those social places you're telling people that you're streaking? Is that something he's aware of?
I think it's okay. So I'm like very anti-streaking because I think it breeds like bad.
Breeds babies.
I love streaking.
I think it breeds like a bad thing, like no rest days, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that's like a really bad mindset to get into. I know. I think it's a bad mindset to get into it. But I think biking is a little bit easier because it's so much. It's not as stressful as on my joints as running it. Like
That's
running,
true, because running sucks.
Running has way more impact on your knees and the ground and your ankles and et cetera.
Oh, maybe
Where
Larry needs to stop running.
is a little bit, it's much less stressful on my joints, so I can take a non-impact day or a very low ride for 30 minutes and still complete the street.
It's true. It's much easier on your body than running. Running is horrible for your body.
Correct. So that's why I really think it's important. Like I'm in this mindset of like you have to take rest days. It's really important for rest days, et cetera, et cetera. And then here I am like trying to ride a bike every day until X, Y, and Z, like a certain date. But
that's the My Program. The My Program is just if you're trying to get to a place on the bike, just never stop riding the bike. That's
Ever?
No, I don't. I just every day. And if I miss a day, I get all out of sorts and I get out of whack. And it's a mental thing for me. Every day is a mental thing for me.
I get that. But it's been fun while I haven't been working as much as usual to be able to sit on the bike and do an hour and 45-minute ride without having to wake up at 3 a.m. or having to be up late at night. It's been really nice to put in an hour and 45 minutes the past 3-4 days without having any joint pain or without having to alter my schedule in a crazy way.
Well, it's been good for you because with all this time off, but you throw school and work and all of that getting up early back in, and that'll change for you.
Yeah. So when I have, I don't have to rush up in the morning at 3 a.m., even though Blake got me up at 3 a.m., but I don't have to do crazy things in order to put my whole day of training in. So it's been nice these past few days.
No, I know Joey had a very tough snow day, and I'm not joking. I saw your picture. You did inventory on your closed day.
Oh yeah, that was
by
yesterday.
yourself.
I'm not done.
So
I was close.
yeah, that's trying. Yeah, you got, even with all the stuff that you lost in the fire, you have refilled that shop.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff in there.
You
There's a
have got
lot of stuff in that shop.
Bunch of stuff in there.
Yeah,
So that looked like it took a lot out of you. I saw that picture. You were
I was
a
pretty
little-
tired.
Yeah. It looked like you were
Joey
pretty
also
beat up.
baked bread. He also made batches of little homemade cookies. He also cleaned all the old people's
Bums.
yeah. What? No, he cleaned not their bums. He cleaned. We have older people in our community, so Joey cleans like 5 or 6 cars.
You're.
I do all that
so-
stuff. Yeah, I take care of them, making sure they're not going to slip coming out of the house and stuff.
I saw the shovel out front, and even though you live in a community that supposedly has all that
They
take care
plow,
of, they're
but they
gonna-
don't do the sidewalks.
They
and
don't
stuff.
do the sidewalks. Okay.
No.
Well, that's awesome. Good
Yeah.
job. Good job. Well, I mean, would we have expected anything less?
No. I
Not
mean,
at
he
all.
does it every. He does it every.
He
snowstorm.
delivers
exactly.
chickens and turkeys
Correct.
and all sorts of stuff.
The
to
nice
the-
old ladies like yell from their house in the pajamas, "Thank you, Joey!" You know, and
They're
I'm
not
over-
your mother.
Yeah.
Jeez. They sound like they're from Jersey.
So we didn't get as much snow, I think, as some of the folks just a little bit north of us got. I think up in like Huntingtown, they got like 12 or 13 inches.
Oh, we probably got 12 down here.
I feel like
It's
I
really
only
weird
had-
because my parents in Lusby had like
Yeah.
2 inches.
What?
Yeah, it's so staggered. We got 10 or 12 here.
I want to
Like
say I
here.
probably got somewhere between 8 and 10. You know, but being right on the water,
But it was windy too.
we had the wind was coming right almost straight down the creek.
Mhm.
And so the north side of the house where the wind was blowing, there was nothing. It was like you could still see the grass.
Yeah.
But you got around to the other side of the house and it was, 8-10 inches of snow. So I think it was because it was really windy this snow.
It was very windy.
Yeah.
We were out. I posted it, but our freaking dog decided to hop in the pond in the middle of the snowstorm. And he did not get out of the water for a few minutes. I had to run up and down and make sure he wasn't going to like freeze to death. And
What-
he was totally fine.
What did you say, Jess? You said he hucked it into the pond?
like whoosh, like, and Joey posted "huck" too, and I think it's a perfect word because he like honestly just threw himself in the water, like
Oh, that's
And he
fantastic.
loved it.
He is full on water dog.
Oh, yeah.
full
on.
on puppy too. So
Yeah.
I mean, he has lots of energy. So being inside and not getting his full walks in has been really difficult for him.
Well, that's good.
He does
Get it-
turn 3 in 2 days. 3 days.
Ah.
Yep.
So but they're always still a puppy. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that's the way.
I'm just saying his birthday is on Saturday.
Yeah. I've been on the bike.
Yeah.
All the
you
trainer.
were pretty dumb.
Oh, I don't know. I always want to start the new year
Yeah.
Like- with a century, and I did a century on the trainer, and then the next day I did a metric on the trainer.
Yeah. I was stand corrected. You are dumb.
It might actually be. I sent you the picture of the puddle of sweat that was underneath the trainer at the end of that, and because it was still warm out. Remember how warm it was on New Year's Day, but it was still wet and kind
Oh,
of
it was
gross.
nasty. We found a break to take Blake swimming. It was like 65 degrees though,
yeah.
but it was ugly out.
So it was really hot on the trainer because it's just the house and you're in heating the house mode as opposed to anything else. So I do actually like to really
You don't turn the vents off in your room, in your training room for the heat.
yeah, I actually open the windows.
I do too.
And turn
Yeah.
the fan. I've actually got a little mini split unit in the room where my trainer is now, because we're going to have that contractor come in. So I was in the big room in the basement, but I've switched and now I'm in one of the smaller rooms in the basement, and it gets really really tight in there because it's a small room, and it just kind of makes it kind of sticky and stuffy in there. But even with the windows open tonight, or this afternoon when I was riding, and it's freezing out, and I had the window wide open, it was still stuffy and hot, and just
Yeah, Joey left for work, and I was like, "Hey, can you grab a towel on your way out?" And he's like, "Ugh, you're disgusting. Take this." And I left one over here for you for later because you're gross. Like,
it's taken me a while to get into trainer mode.
yeah.
I was not ready for it at all because of the way that the season kind of like it never really hit that wall like it usually does in November where it gets cold. It just didn't do it. Like straight through December, we're still riding in half pants.
Out.
Yeah, half pants outside.
Yeah,
half pants.
But I think the winter training season or series that they put on is very motivating.
Oh yeah.
I loved listening to their beginning talk about it, and then I loved their little spreadsheet they put together of like points for the week, etc. We have to motivate one of our friends on our team to.
she's shaking her head at you, Joey. I don't know.
Joey, I don't want you bringing the team down, friend. Aren't we a collective group?
Yes, Sensei.
If you nag Joey long enough, he just doesn't do it. So it's just better not to talk about it.
I'm not nagging anybody at all. It is I actually kind of got wrapped up a little bit too much in the whole points thing last year. I'm not even going to look at the.
I don't even know how it works this year. I don't know anything about it.
I am going to read
Alex's
because I want to be a good participant. So I'm going to read the things she says. Oh, you get points. Ride 5 days a week, 45 minutes, and do the social media posts with your goal. I'm going to do all the things, but I'm just not going to get wrapped up in all of it. I just want to have fun, and it really is a lot of fun. They're going to do a Discord server this year, which is going to be cool.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, what does that mean?
It's what we were doing with the talk. So you can talk to people. You can talk to each other while you're riding. Like we did it for the...
Oh, when I was naked.
Yeah. But not video. She's just going to do audio channels.
People are more than welcome to hop on at 4:30 when I'm on, so...
Well, maybe we should do it. I actually offered to host a GTD night on one of the Discord channels where we would actually be there and make sure that we're there. And
that's cool, Joey. We can ride and hold hands together.
Kind of have fun with it. Yeah. Whee!
Joey said it's been a very long break together. We spent a little bit too much time together for the past 2 weeks.
A lot of time, but it's not bad at all.
Yeah, but he's growing his beard. I've noticed that.
He's actually been using beard shampoo and conditioner.
No, I haven't used any beard shampoo or conditioner, but I've been using beard balm or
that's it.
So just get I've never used that before, but I'm at the point where I want to cut it. If I didn't have beard balm, but the beard balm or whatever is making it.
It's making it soft and
soft, and it's not all flaring up and
all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it smells great.
Yeah.
It's an aphrodisiac.
Oh.
No.
No, it's not.
Speak for yourself over there, Jess.
I will say, I
knew we had something going on over there.
No, he's not.
Some reason my cousin, who I haven't talked to in years, got us Christmas presents this year. She got me Dr. Squatch soap, which is great. I was like, why did she give me soap?
Because
that stuff stink. I've tried this more natural deodorant. It does not work. Like my right guard that lasts longer than a day. I'm ripe.
They need to make
Dr. Squatch is nice.
A man scent that's like bike grease.
They have pine tar.
Just go work in a bike shop.
No, I got the Dr. It's like citrus IPA. Smells freaking amazing.
I almost bought you a pine tar candle the other day. I'm still on the hunt for you.
I've smelled the pine tar up at the stores. Mm-hmm. Doesn't smell like you would imagine it.
That's why I got
a little spongy.
I got excited when I saw the label, and then exactly the same thing. I sniffed it. It's like, oh no, that isn't it.
I've been going with the Christmas trees lately. The pine, it smells like a Christmas tree.
But that's Christmas is over.
I like that smell though of a nice fresh tree.
I was looking too. There was one that had campfire.
Same thing though. It doesn't.
Yeah, I got excited about it, and I picked it up, and I was like, nope. But I'm still on the hunt. I'm gonna find.
My mom got me like a sugar cookie one. That smells good.
No, I don't think I'd dig that. I'm not a big sugar
I've been lighting.
fan.
I made chocolate chip cookies.
You want to do Strava Club? Let's look at Strava Club.
Yeah, I did Strava Club this
What's
week.
going on? Joey did all the show notes this week.
Yeah, that's why we're a mess. Jan Waldron from Richmond, Virginia, with 174.6. David Ingram from Wilmington, North Carolina, 149.5. And Mr. Michael O'Grady from Lexington Park, Maryland, with 118.7. To break into the top 100 this week, we were at 111.8. And we are at 799.
Oh, come on. One more?
796. What do we need to have Chris do dreadlocks?
800.
By the end of the year.
But it was by the end of the year, so that was off the table. So
yeah, we were close.
And I think, we were going to braid. We were going to get to braid his hair.
Something like that.
That was what Alex said. Alex said we could braid Chris's hair if we got to 800 by the end of the year.
She said something?
You said she said that.
No, I think Joey was lying.
I made that up.
I 100% think Joey
No,
was
I think
lying.
it's true. I think it's true. I'm pretty sure it's true.
Strava.com/clubs/gravel travel dirt. Jessica, do you have any of your Instagram
Did
questions?
you get any
of the week?
questions?
I actually got tons of questions.
She has a lot of screen time this week.
I have had a lot of screen time. Somebody asked me why Joey Sikorsky is the handsome devil that is Joey Sikorsky.
Was his mom?
No, that was David Brinsfield.
Hey, leave my mom out of this.
Somebody asked me about the positioning on the Peloton versus my bike. And
that is a great
that
question.
is a really good question. I think the Peloton is super motivating. I love the self-talk. I take the Christine's ride. She's a professional
Track cyclist.
Thank you for, I always mess up the palindrome.
No, that is a number sequence that is repeated.
Velodrome.
That's it, the velodrome. So she's a professional cyclist. However, she is now all about self-talk and all those things, and I really dig it.
Life's a garden.
Dig it. So I've been taking her rides, and she does a lot of the power endurance rides. However,
What is he doing over there?
Joey's zipper is stuck in his pants, so when he pees, he has to take down his whole.
My overall zippers is stuck.
I'm sorry. I was trying
It's
to
okay.
focus on
You know,
what you were talking
here
about.
I am talking, and
he's,
Joey's
I don't know what he's doing over
fiddling
there.
with his zipper because his zipper is stuck.
So anyway, go ahead. So the coach that you're following on
Well,
your
not that I'm
your
following. I
Peloton.
really like her. She's really motivating. However, I'm not in a bike riding position.
Yeah, that was
I'm a little bit more seated upright. So I am going to have to do some rides outside, which I figured I was going to do them, but I figured that 90% of my training is going to be on the Peloton. But like when we tried the Whoop bike out at Philly Bike Expo.
No. Wahoo.
Oh, yeah, that one. When we tried the Wahoo bike out, I told them I was way more down where my Peloton is upright. So it's going to be a learning curve when I do get back on my road bike. So
I wonder if there's any way to make the Peloton more like real world bike
probably drop the handlebars.
oriented.
I don't think you really can on that. I don't know. Honestly, I've never looked.
I mean, I've seen it, and it looks like you kind of sit up, and
You do. You are sitting upright, and I am much more upright than I would be. When I'm on my bike, I feel like I'm in a much more aggressive, like downward thingy. But yeah, it's just going to be a learning curve when I get back on my bike. It's just that.
So you're getting the fitness.
I mean,
you're getting the endurance.
I'm doing everything that I need to. I do the threshold test, and then I practice in my zones 3 of the 4 times. Then I do max zone rides. So I feel like I'm getting my fitness. I'm getting my self-talk right. I'm getting that mental endurance right. However, it's going to be a different positioning, and I can feel it more in my saddle on the Peloton. I never, ever, ever have saddle problems on my road bike, but when I do my Peloton rides, by an hour 30, an hour 40, my nether regions are getting tingly. So I have to readjust a little bit more than I would be on my actual bike.
Are you getting a chamois butter? Using the chamois butter?
Using the chamois butter. At first, I put like a dime size amount on my bibs.
Not enough.
And it was not enough. So I told Joey I'm going to do it like a hot dog, like back and forth. Like, you know how like you would put ketchup on a hot dog, know, that motion.
Yes.
So that was what I tried today. So
did that work better?
Much more ketchup on a hot dog, like chamois butter worked out much better.
Excellent.
So
Excellent. Well, I've never really thought about that question because I've seen the Pelotons and I've seen the positioning when you're on them, and I guess it's just never really thought about the fact that it is much different than
it is much different.
She could put her diverge on the Wahoo kicker every so often.
I very much could, but the reason why we got the Peloton was because the Wahoo we had to keep switching our bikes out on.
Yeah.
And like at 6 a.m. I'd be getting you up because like my chain fell off or something, like something I couldn't fix. Where the Peloton's very, very quiet.
It's user friendly as
It's
well.
very user friendly. All I have to do is plug my headphones are already connected, and I'm ready to go.
Just it.
Yeah,
Done.
I mean, I clip in just like I would my normal bike.
It's very loud.
Do you think it's loud? The Peloton?
Joey thinks the clipping in is loud.
Oh. The Peloton is quiet though, right?
Peloton is the most quiet trainer ever.
Really?
Like you sit right next to her, you don't hear it at all.
Wow.
It's really nice. Now sometimes she does like the Mamma Mia ABBA rides that she doesn't use her headphones for, and her neighborhood hears.
But it's so cool. Like, I love that I can sing the entire way through my ride.
So I do think that, I've been struggling with this since I've been back on the trainer is the drop issues. And yes, everybody's like, oh, try the dongle, try the ant, try the Bluetooth, turn off your fan. It, like you just said, your Peloton, you get on it and you ride and it just works.
Yes.
And it always feels like it's not a specific brand issue either. Wahoo has this problem. Ceres has this problem. I'm sure all of the others,
Tax everyone.
Everybody has that connectivity issue because they just want to use Bluetooth because it's sexy to use Bluetooth. I want a wire, whether it's Bluetooth or Ethernet or something, that goes from my trainer to my computer so I stop having these dropped connectivity issues.
And there was plenty of times where I would get on Zwift in the morning and I would have to do a whole restart because they did a update and it would take another 15 to 20 minutes, or my kicker wasn't syncing, or my fan wasn't syncing, or something wasn't syncing.
Right.
And then I would have to get Joey up in the morning, like...
No, it's a problem.
Yeah.
And none of them seem to, although doesn't Wahoo have something in the works where they're going to have...
No, they already have a V5 kicker, the new one.
With a cable?
You could get the cable that connects directly.
See,
I think that's nicer.
It's just, it just
but
needs to be
unless
there.
you're getting that Wahoo bike, if there's two people using it, you have to keep switching out your bikes.
Yeah. Now, the Wahoo bike, though, you could actually have the setup.
The actual Wahoo bike, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, just the setup.
Yeah, we tried that at the Philly Bike Expo. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah, it's expensive.
It's
very expensive, but so is having a second bike that's dedicated and so is a Peloton.
Yeah.
So there's something to be said for, having it. Maybe that Wahoo bike is now, does Wahoo bike still just Bluetooth, or does that have a cable?
I think you can cable that one, but it's kind of embarrassing. I don't know.
No, it's okay. I don't know either. I didn't even know. I thought I had heard Wahoo had one in the works that had a cable connection, but I had not heard if they'd done it because it drives me nuts.
Heard with Purd.
I like last night. I was on a group ride and going up a hill, and my trainer dropped its connection, and so I sat there for 30 seconds while everybody pedaled away. And you got to try to play catch up or just give up or something. It's frustrating.
So because your goal is to get more people in the cycling community, do you high five like crazy now? Like, I feel like that is my way of like cheering people on that are in other countries or in other states. Like, I'm constantly clicking the high five button to like I know these people are getting up super early or if the time zones, because it says where you are. Mm-hmm. So I think it's cool. I mean, that's how I hype other people up, is I'm constantly sending high fives to people.
So you're talking about like the ride-ons on Zwift?
And Peloton has that same thing, and you double click on their name and it gives them a high five.
Okay.
So
on Zwift, it depends on what the purpose for my ride is. If I'm just on the bike and I'm just free riding, and I've got my companion app open, and I've actually been able to get it to work, because that's been another struggle lately, is trying to get my companion app to work. If you're running your companion app, all you have to do is long hold your little orange arrow, and you will give ride-ons to the 5 people closest to you, which is
cool.
all at one time, which is kind of cool. And I'll do that a lot when my companion app is working.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm just sort of in a free ride, just kind of like spinning the legs, base training. If I'm really working, that's not something I really focus on too much. So it's a mixed bag. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I do think it has an impact. I think you watch the people on Zwift, and I think that they really appreciate, as I do, appreciate that little ride on. It's like, who's that?
Absolutely.
It's a little distractor, and it's a little
on.
Yeah. I keep my volume down. I don't actually do any of the Zwift sounds. I don't turn on any of the like nature sounds that come with Zwift or any of that kind of stuff. I just focus if I'm working hard, because I only really ride free ride. I don't do any of their training programs. I don't do any of their workouts. I just will go out, and if I want to, something that's been fun for me to do this year, they have the new pace partners.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Diesel Dan pace partners.
Yeah, I'm a CD guy, so I'm either riding with trying to stay with the C group, or this has been a lot of fun, and I've enjoyed doing this. Is I'll start with the D group, and I'll get 7 or 8 miles of warm up, and then I will literally try to see if I can get as far ahead of that group as I can, and I'll just work really, really hard to kind of like try to create distance. And that's been fun. That's been a fun little workout.
I was doing the Diesel Dan a lot last year.
Yeah, I mean it's good. It's just a good pace, and that's was a fun way that I've discovered this year to kind of keep me motivated to work hard, because sometimes it seems like that C group it's tough to do that for a long period of time. And I'm on the bike for an hour 15, hour and a half, and to kind of keep that pace for that long for me is I can do it, but it just feels like I'm probably overtraining a little bit, and I don't want to do that. But, starting with that D group and kind of trying to run away from them, it's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed doing that.
Ride, not run.
Run away from them, ride away from them. You know what I mean? Same thing.
Yeah, but you can run on the Zwift too. Gwen Jorgensen is a Zwift ambassador or something, so all of her runs are Zwift. Like, how cool would it be if you're running and you see Gwen Jorgensen just running next to you?
I would tell her to go back to triathlon.
Oh, God,
she
Joey.
sucks as a runner. As a soul runner.
Now I got cookie in my mouth.
Yeah, I made homemade cookies. They're not my best batch.
They're really good though.
Kind of a little too floury, but I followed them.
Lots
Joey,
of chocolate. In them.
Put on his snow day, he made a big batch of cookie dough and then sectioned it into little ones. So every morning when he goes to work, he can have freshly baked cookies.
That's smart.
It is.
That's really smart.
Bake them. They're very
You're
easy.
a smart guy.
Yeah.
That's why. This has been a weird anniversary episode.
I don't even know what we're talking about. How did we get
really-
to this point?
We're not really talking about. Did you get any more questions that you wanted to?
No, my big question was the
Oh, that was your question.
on my
So,
Peloton.
sorry.
Yeah, we're still on that. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Do you guys have any off-season goals that are not bike related? Because we're in this off-season.
All right, yeah.
Go for it.
Go ahead, Joey.
It's trout season for Joey.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, really? Well, I picked up a new canoe. Well, new to me. That's one of my projects to kind of separate myself from bike. You got to separate yourself from bikes
That's
for a little
important.
bit.
You're right.
So that canoe,
You're right.
canoe is so nice on the inside, and the outside needs a little TLC that I want to work on. There's that. I do like to do a lot of trout fishing. My goal is to actually go out and do more of that this year.
Are you going to have your spring trip up to New York again?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on my friend, old Dennis. Old Dennis is in his late 60s. But I've known Dennis for 15 plus 20 years.
Yeah.
And he kind of taught me everything fly fishing wise. We'll see, because he might be moving to New Hampshire. But I would like to go for a couple days. But I'd also like to go with my bike this year. Maybe Jess. I told Jess if she fished more, I could do a lot more fishing.
Jess, is fishing
I was
interesting?
joking
No.
about that. No, I was like, no, we need
Nothing
our
about fishing interests me.
stuff. Fly fishing.
Do you
We
eat
used to have this inside joke of, with our friends. If he had a picture in his dating profile of a fish, it was automatically a no-go. And here I am, married to Joey.
All right.
Do you
Well,
eat fish, Jess? Do you eat fish?
Yeah, I eat fish.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
keep a lot of my fish.
Yeah, I was going to say Joey never catches fish and eats it.
Well, I catch fish, so be careful.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
I think
You almost stepped in it right there. Woo!
I think the big thing I want to do with me, Jess, and Blake this year, not bike, especially in the off season, is to do stuff. I don't know, be more adventurous.
There you
I want to go. When I say I want to go more fishing, usually places where I'm going to trout fish is pretty cool. Gunpowder is one of those minimal. It's still pretty there, but going to some of these streams is real pretty, but I want to go out to the Shenandoah and do some brook trout.
Like that place that you and I went last year when there was snow on the ground.
Gunpowder?
Yeah, that was fun. It was pretty.
Yeah,
I didn't catch any
that's a
fish.
pretty river.
Yeah,
You don't realize you're like 20 miles from Baltimore City.
Yeah, I didn't catch. I don't even think I didn't feel like I tried very hard.
I either was there like the week before or after, and I did really well.
No.
But also it was freezing. My guides kept freezing on my ride. But,
Well, you do own 2 Subarus
yeah.
between the two of you, so that's
Well, I'll say
adventure right
the one
there.
thing, especially with Blake now, is I've been getting more serious. But yeah, we're trying to find a rooftop tent that I want in stock, because it would be nice to go out. Like we were going to go out to the Eastern Shore last week and just take Blake to the beach out in the ocean or whatever, and then turned out the Ken Island and turned out the rain just turned horrible. But it'd be fun to go out to Shenandoah or something for a day or two. We could take our bikes too and be hard with the dog, but
Jess, were you into the rooftop tent?
Yes, but I'm picturing Joey and I have talked about the rooftop tent, and I'm totally fine with it. For like a night.
You know what I'm picturing?
it's not a couple days.
I don't know how he's
It's a
going to
couple
carry
da- it's
Blake
not like a
up
week.
the ladder. Like I have no idea how he's going to put Blake on his back and carry both
Not
him
up
and
my
Blake
back.
up the ladder.
I'm not getting on top of a Land Cruiser. I'm getting on top of an Outback.
I envisioned in my head Joey and Blake in the rooftop, and you're in the back with the seats laid
Oh
down.
yeah, 100%.
Oh, that could work.
Joey even complains when we sleep. Like ever since I met Joey, he complains about how I sleep. Like ever since first met him, like I hate the way you sleep. You take up all the bed. You steal all the covers. Like it's a constant complaint.
Sure.
Well, that is what it is.
I mean, we have one. I mean, that's the
marriage.
biggest complaint. However, but
Yeah, like I think my biggest non-bike thing is doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we might just do a day trip out to Skyline this weekend.
Cool.
Stuff like that. Get out of the house.
I'm excited to be back swimming again.
You
Except
were.
for now the pool has had some snow-related emergency where basically the roof fell in, and they're like, we don't know when it's going to open again. I had just gotten into a really decent rhythm, 5 days a week, 2,000 yards a day. I was doing 10,000. I did 12,500 the week before the snow came because I was like, oh, they're going to be closed on Monday, so I swam extra on Sunday, and then closed down. Sorry, we don't know when it'll ever be open again. It may never be open again. I don't know. Scary. Worries me.
Get like a 7 mil wetsuit and swim in a creek.
There you go. I'd try it. I'd swim with Blake. We talked about that
in the
earlier.
duck pond.
Yeah, Blake
Yeah.
has no issue with the cold.
I'll do some laps in the duck pond.
Oh, yeah. There was a dead duck floating in there last week.
There was a dead duck floating there last week.
So it's like an obstacle course too. I like it. It's like the Whippet.
He's in the woods now somewhere.
I don't know. That's just me. Jess, you?
I'm gonna journal every day. I've been doing my wellness journal every day, celebrating some mild successes. Hopefully taking my medicine every day. That's a huge part of, problems. So we need to always make sure we're taking our medicine. But I am going to try to do at least 30 minutes each day on the bike.
Cool.
And not run. I need a whole season off of running. My friend messaged me who runs the St. Jude Marathon. And she was like, so does this mean we're not running anymore? I was like, no. Like, give me in August. Like, again, we transitioned back to running, but I need a full season off of running.
Okay, so let me see if I got this right.
I'm ready.
You're going to kind of take the year off of running, except for a window of time to train for, and then run the St. Jude half.
Correct.
And then you know what?
Correct.
I'm going to predict, because I know that you kind of like were in a weird headspace in this last year's St. Jude. I am going to predict that you will absolutely positively, if you do that, if you follow that, you will absolutely positively crush that half marathon.
Yeah, it is. I just signed up for too many races, and then I just fell out of the love of running. And every single day I'm like checking. I'm like, oh man, I really want to go for a run. I really want to do this. And I'm like, nope, you have to take a break. So just cycling from now. I want to make my hard date gravel worlds being my last like streaking day.
Okay.
That's my goal, is to get into at least August with 30 minutes of biking every day.
Cool.
So that's it.
And I'm going to tell you what, you will absolutely slaughter that St. Jude Marathon if you do that, because you're going to have the fitness, you're going to have the endurance.
Yep.
Your body's going to be like feeling fresh going back into the running. You're going to actually then go do it a little bit. get that groove back. I'm telling you, Joey could probably even run it.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
excited.
no, I do not.
I am so crossing fingers. I know it's a super long shot, but I so want to do Gravel Worlds. Like, that poor man is probably sick and tired of me posting at Gravel Worlds, because that is, like, to me, like, the end all be all, the celebration of it all. Croatan will be great, but it'll be a really good way of knowing where I am for Gravel Worlds.
You know, I've already locked in the place. I'm already registered. I'm going.
I know.
It's going to be an easy thing for you to kind of go, okay,
so
I'm doing it.
The only thing we're waiting on is February. They announced the new school calendar, so I'm not missing the first day of school.
Yeah,
So
that's right. Because it's a
the
weird
only-
August date.
That's the only thing that is holding me back right now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Joey not being there because,
I won't be there.
yeah.
Well, I mean, but he'll be there in spirit.
No, I like literally need Joey there.
He'll be there
I'll
in
have a
spirit.
cardboard cutout.
What
no,
I'll do
I
is
like literally need Joey there.
we'll do a printout of Joey's face, and then we can put it. I'm not putting
I'll
it on
clone
me.
myself.
We'll put it on Nadine.
Oh, boy. Don't tell her that.
Could pull a whole Voldemort thing, and I could put Joey on the back of my head.
Hey, isn't there a new Harry Plopper thing coming out?
Yeah, we watched that the other day. It's was like some sort of like reunion thing where they all came back, and I found it a little bit boring. I spent most of my time on the computer. Wasn't actually like a real Harry Potter thing.
Oh.
I know.
It's like the Office reunion,
Yeah, exactly.
which is not as good.
Exactly.
I will
Yeah, I mean,
say,
it was fun to
speaking of
watch,
medicine, I found the right concoction. I took 100 milligrams of Floyd CBD the other night.
100 milligrams?
Yeah, that's usually pretty good for my size. I'm up 15 pounds since Thanksgiving.
Since Thanksgiving?
Before Thanksgiving, Memphis did a toll on me. I ate a lot, and I haven't been exercising. Anyway, that doesn't matter. But I did that. I did a Moscow Mule and 2 Benadryl.
Oh my God, Joey.
I had the best night of sleep in a long time the other night. I don't know what night it was.
A drug-induced coma, that's why.
It was great. I've been taking a couple Benadryl because I still wake up with like a congested cough.
Hey, all you young
phlegm.
people, don't listen to this.
31 now. I need the Benadryl with my. I have the water thing that squirts in your face while you're sleeping. What's that called? Humidifier.
Yeah.
And everything. I still have a dry throat and I still have that cough in the mornings.
COVID.
My Omicron side effects that
Yeah,
I
COVID.
my false positive for.
Long haul
False
COVID.
negative.
Oh. Is there a long haul COVID thing with the Omicron?
I don't know.
I have
Well,
no
if it is,
idea.
I have it.
I don't know.
Oh well.
I'm
Anyway.
so done with COVID and all that other stuff.
So
I'm
anyway,
just done.
back
You guys-
to the grind. The adventure year is what I want.
I'm excited for the adventure year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really am.
that's great. Adventure year.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's great. I'm going to hold you to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna make Jess sleep at Poe Patty at Unpaved with us. No, just kidding. She didn't go to Poe Patty last year.
Commented on somebody's post about doing.
yeah.
So we're volunteering at Unpaved next year.
Maybe I don't know. I'm fine doing the 95 again.
Are you backing out of the volunteering?
I've ate up to volunteer before volunteering was cool.
I know.
We
But
can always volunteer the day before, guys. Like, we can volunteer one day and then
So
ride
I
the
do wanna
next
put it
day.
out
that's
there.
a great idea.
We don't have to like bag setup and registration. You can volunteer at.
Technically, a few years ago, I volunteered for half the day when I was lost with Brett.
True that.
I picked up the course.
True that.
But Jess said she wanted to go ride the 95 with some other dude. And I was the typical husband, like, you want to ride with me if I want to ride it. And then she's like, I'll ride with Bill Green or whoever it was.
Wait a minute. You want to ride the 95 at Unpaved, Jess?
That is the direction. But again, it's a very, I don't know. I think so. I think that would be a great thing to do.
You'd enjoy the 95.
Yeah,
It still sucked.
but
We didn't do that crap you did.
I think I would enjoy the 95 a whole lot more than I enjoyed the last like 5 minutes of the 127 because it was like I did it. But when you were in it, it was it was tough.
You can have as many as you want.
I stole another cookie.
There was a post of somebody with Ride with GPS. It was like an app or an Instagram thing. And I clicked on it. I was like, are you selecting ambassadors? Because I frequently get lost with my GPS and I feel like I would be a good fit for your company. And they read it but didn't respond back. And I'm like, man, like I have so many stories about getting lost with my GPS. I just thought they would really want to hear my stories and be like, wow, this girl's going to be an advocate for riding with GPS.
For figuring it out.
Exactly.
I don't remember using maybe because I was with Marcus or something. I don't remember ever having to use my Garmin. It was pretty laid out, and there was people, and
there were parts of when it was in the dark.
Oh yeah, well the dark time is a little scary
and rainy and cold, and I spent a lot of time by myself at different times of the day.
Yeah,
I relied upon my GPS quite heavily for that. Plus, I'm also like, oh my God, how much longer is it to the ranch? Like, God, get me there, please.
I'm really excited this year. I got accepted to the Philly Bike Expo ambassador thing. So I think that's the coolest part about it is that
now we can have Mark over for dinner.
Yeah. Bike Goodar, Ridge Supply, Nittany, Wolftooth. Those are all things I ride with. And those are all companies that are supported at Philly Bike Expo.
Excellent.
So I think that's a really cool thing. I mean, everything we ride with goes to Philly Bike Expo.
It's already supported by PBE.
Correct.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's super cool.
So she will not be wearing our GTD kit at events this year. She is obligated to wear. Legally, she signed a contract.
You signed a contract that you have to wear the PBE kits?
Pretty much.
Yeah, when you are an ambassador,
she's supporting them. She's going to do a lot of work with them.
So this one is not as strict as the other ones. But when I was with Brooks, yes, you have to sign a contract. If you don't fulfill X amount of times posting and things like that, they revoke your ambassadorship.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Even the Road ID has the same thing.
I guess Saris did the same thing. Mm-hmm. I had.
Then they kicked you to the curb.
I had obligations.
Let's strike.
I still was the brand ambassador that was responsible for the largest rack giveaway when I did the rack giveaway with Blood, Sweat, and Gears. They were amazed by the number of email addresses I was able to solicit.
Well,
for
that's
them.
awesome.
They're collecting the marketing email addresses.
I kept telling people, yeah, just write the email address down. You can unsubscribe later.
Now they just have Ted King, so now they're
they don't need me anymore. Kick to the curb. You're right, Joey. Kick to the curb.
Kick to the curb.
I know. Although I did see, it looks like I might be able to buy a 4-bike rack today.
Oh,
yeah, finally get that back to you.
Nice.
Get it back in better shape than you left it. There you go.
Because of the shape I said now, it's all burnt up. Yeah. It's all crumpled up in the
Scrap
debris pile.
Now.
That'll be nice to have because then we can actually use that. I know we're getting our time late. Did I tell everyone I got a Saris? No, Saris. I nabbed the Kuat Transfer 3, which I hate the rack. Mm.
Not my favorite rack at all. Like it's my least favorite rack, but it's a convenient tray rack for like $150 on Market Offer Up something.
Market Offer Up.
I think it was Offer Up.
I don't know. Kuat makes a good rack.
They make a good rack.
I'm not going to dish them.
The Transfer 3 bike is a gaudy rack.
It's so big.
Yeah,
it's so big.
But for $150,
that's a pretty good deal.
I can't even go on KBP and really buy a Saris or a Kuat or anything.
You're the king lately of marketplace.
I've been nabbing.
You was like
the Old Town Canoe.
Yeah, the Old Town Canoe, and he sent me a picture of a jet ski trailer to put to read.
I got the jet ski trailer.
He's like, he sent me the picture. I was like, oh, if you don't buy it, I am. And he's like, yeah, I already bought it. Oh, yeah. Did Jess know that?
Okay. Yeah, she did.
Okay.
That's what my dad. Yeah.
Okay.
The Canoe, 1993. I have the original title, the original manual, everything.
That's cool.
It's cool. And then I got my speaker today, which won't show up till February.
You did actually get it.
We're gonna be cruising around the creeks. Actually, it was a really good deal to buy it early.
Right.
It's kind of like a GoFundMe.
How much was it?
$300.
That's not bad.
When I sit and itemize the credit card over the weekend,
no, I'm not ashamed at all.
No, be not ashamed.
Other than like I bought a rack in the canoe. I'm at the age where I've learned to buy once.
Yeah.
What is that called?
Yeah, you can buy.
I'd rather spend $300 once and have it last 10 years than spend.
You can buy quality.
$30 10 times. Yeah.
Quantity or quality?
Yeah.
You buy quality, you don't have to buy quantity.
My clothes, spend money on stuff, and I'd rather buy once.
You've been wearing those same overalls every
I don't even
day
wash them.
Probably.
The zipper doesn't even work. Like
he can't. Does he sleep in them? Can he take them
off?
off?
The zipper down. He was downstairs cooking dinner, and he's singing, and he's like, God. I was like, Joey, what's the matter? He's like, I can't get my zipper down.
Anyway,
hey, you guys want to do this or that?
Some deals.
You want to do this or that?
Ready, this or that.
First one. Uh-oh. I feel like it's.
These are
I
some
just
weird
read-
this or that. I made
Is
them
this
up.
like targeted at me?
I feel like this first one. I read the first
No.
word of the first one, and I feel like it's directed at you.
Oh
it's not.
man.
I don't know. I don't know. In-laws for the holidays and can ride for 2 hours each day, or home alone with no bike for the holidays. And that's defining holidays as Christmas Eve to New Year's Day.
Like Festive 500 type of calendar.
Okay.
I like going to my in-laws' house.
Oh, okay.
I don't mind it.
My mother-in-law lives with us,
Yeah.
so
I don't
I
really.
don't really have a choice in this one. Joey, this one really turned.
Oh, this
into,
turned. Yeah, this was short.
It turned into you.
I like going to my in-laws, and we used to take our bikes up all the time.
Okay.
We still occasionally
They
do.
live on a gravel trail.
They live
Do
on
they
like
really?
a gravel rail trail. Yeah, it's like legitimately is like
in Florida or up in Jersey.
No, in Jersey.
no in Jersey. Yeah,
Okay.
right through the neighborhood, and
Nice.
it starts at an ice cream place and ends way over on the other side. It's like 20 miles.
Cool.
Correct.
But no, I mean I ride up at my in-laws. I have no problem with my in-laws.
Oh, you rode
My
over-
brother-in-law
I don't
rides-
know. I didn't write. Everybody's thinking I rode these.
I think two Black Fridays ago or something. Me and my brother-in-law. It was like 9 degrees out. We rode one morning.
Who was it that put the tire on the
ridiculous.
outside of a trainer tire? Or
Wasn't that Russ's?
oh, that was
Father-in-law?
Russ. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Russ. Second,
But
item.
there are people yelling because, listening to this because they
Yeah.
don't like their
You
in-laws.
think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Second item: water bottle cage bolt loose and rattling, or your socks are constantly falling down.
I have a problem with the socks constantly falling down. I don't even like when I wear like capri leggings and like there's a gap between my socks and my leggings. That drives me nuts. So I'll go with the water bottle rattling.
I could care less about my socks up or down. Sometimes they just squish down and I don't even think about it. But a rattling water bottle cage bolt
That would bother
make
you?
me
Oh, that wouldn't bother me at all.
bananas. Yes, it would drive me nuts.
Remember when I legitimately put a ball bearing in your handlebars?
Yeah, but I knew that was in there, and every time I heard that, it was like, "Oh, a little love message." So it didn't bother me.
I didn't do it to the Atso, but I might go water bottle cage because my socks have to be up.
Yeah, your sock game has to be on point.
It's not even that. It's just I can deal. Like my bottom bracket's been creaky the last 2 months on my Ethos.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't we
I put
changing-
in headphones.
Aren't we changing to those stainless steel things? The wolf tooth thing?
Oh, the
Cages?
stainless steel cages.
And you have keen cages.
Oh.
You already
You have nice titanium cages.
Oh, never mind.
Maybe you have the salsa. I think your king cages burned in the fire.
Burnt in
You
the
have
fire.
you have nice metal cages, but I take care of your bike, so
Yeah.
it doesn't rattle.
no rattling.
No
Nope,
rattling.
I have no rattling.
No rattlers.
Brian
over here.
has the cool new wolf tooth cages that you can actually drop down for bag and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, and I did that. I did
for a
that
frame
before
bag?
the Boxing Day ride. Yeah.
Did you put your old nasty frame bag on there?
No.
Oh.
God, no. I actually ended up not putting a frame bag on there because it just didn't really need it with my Rootworks bag. Pinkies up. I don't understand this one, but I'm just going to read it like it is. The third item: inconsistently consistent or consistently inconsistent.
I don't even get that.
I don't either. I'm going to read it one more time. Inconsistently consistent
Consistent.
or consistently inconsistent.
I think consistently inconsistent means like nothing, right?
That's me. I'm consistently
consist-
inconsistent all the time.
You're always inconsistent
Yeah.
versus being consistent inconsistently. I think they're the exact same thing.
They're not though.
Not so? Not so.
They're not though.
I'm going to go with the first one. I'm not going to try to regurgitate what you just said again, but I
think Joey actually meant to write incontinent.
yeah.
No.
I am going to just go. Which one did you go with?
The first one.
I'm going to go with the second one then. I'm going to be
There you go.
consistently inconsistent.
I'm consistently inconsistent all the time.
Okay, we win. We win. Pick-
But
and
sometimes
you're also
it'd be nice to
incontinent.
be inconsistently consistent.
Well, sometimes it'd be nice to be inconsistently consistent.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
What if you're consistently consistent?
I don't know. I think we just lost a bunch of listeners.
That's fine.
I think we lost listeners when I went on the little NFT rampage early in the episode.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
Last item.
I can't picture, like, I can picture you sitting at home making certificates for people, and I feel like it's just like, do you want me to laminate them or something? Like, I don't know.
It's a digital certificate. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Last one. Would you rather be the unsung hero or the local legend?
Unsung hero, 100%.
You are an unsung hero.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, with your St. Jude's work, you're an unsung hero.
I'm a St. Jude hero.
Yeah.
I actually got an unsung hero award in Baltimore.
Oh yeah,
For
What is
from
that?
Brooks.
from Brooks. Charm City run each Charm City nominated one unsung hero of their community, and I won for the Annapolis one.
Okay. Well, I want to be local legend
Okay.
because I enjoy taking people on my rides and saying, I am the local legend of this segment.
Oh Lord.
Any questions from you, I will be able to answer. That's what I enjoy being able to do. Enjoy being able to host people on segments as the local legend. That's my goal.
Watch out, friends. There's a pothole coming up here.
Yes,
I am the local legend. I
can-
know exactly what's going on.
And I do that.
Exactly.
I do that.
I have been with Brian where he has done that, and like as we approach this section, or this segment, I'm the local legend.
See, and I do that.
He does, yeah.
Yeah, I just announce it. I just like to announce it. I like to tell people.
I will say that when Jess got that award, it was the day after Wes's wedding, and she left without me, and I was afraid to get in trouble, and I was extremely hungover, and I drove up separately, and I ran up the side of Federal Hill.
Like ran, like you were running.
Oh, he ran.
I was like, I didn't know what time, and I like got up to the finish line, like a minute or two before she crossed finish line, and I got like fiance. No, we were married. Yeah.
Yeah.
What probably wouldn't have been married if I didn't show up. Yeah, that was not a good night. Or the night before. I like to be the unsung hero, right? Like,
Okay.
Joey, you are the unsung hero.
no, I don't say that to be
I don't think he's an unsung hero because everybody brings their bike to the shop and he fixes
No,
it.
not like that.
I know who he is. You know,
I don't really like accepting people saying stuff.
you don't. You're very modest. You don't want
I don't want-
accolades.
No,
That's what you're really saying, and I see
whether
that's
it's
your
riding or
personality.
not riding.
That's your personality.
I'm not trying to create more accolades for that.
I want all the attention on me.
No, then there's definitely people that listen, don't listen. Like I hate when people want all the attention.
Yeah, no.
I just sometimes you could do something nice without putting it on Instagram or telling everybody.
Sure.
Because
I literally tell Joey every single time, like, Joey, I emptied the dishwasher and I did the laundry today. And he's like, you don't have to tell me. Like, I was like, yes, I do.
Still didn't even
I
get the
just
pasta
hate-
last week. Didn't even try.
Like, I
Didn't
feel
even
like
try to get the waffle mix last
people
week. I remember.
People try to do nice stuff for the social media attention.
Yeah.
Where you don't have to tell anyone.
Yeah.
And you can do it because you're a nice person versus whore yourself out about being.
I'm getting kind of over the whole social media thing. I'm not like one of those people who's like, I'm deleting my blah blah blah.
People that have to announce it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like not really paying that much attention to
Maybe
it
that
anymore.
should be everyone's goal this week. I should do that every week. Everyone should have a
It's just not pay
do
that
something
much
nice for
attention
someone or something.
and not brag about it.
Don't tell a soul you did it.
There you go.
Don't just
Pay it forward kind of thing.
yeah.
I like
Whether
that.
it makes you feel just don't even do it to make you feel good. Do it to make the other person feel good.
And you don't say anything about going out and sweeping off cars for the people in the snow came.
No, I
Jess
never would have
actually
either.
said- and Jess said that. So yeah, I get it. All right, you guys got anything else before we shut it down?
Well, I said I got a turtle box on the podcast, so I can't get in trouble for that.
No,
I did this last week too with something.
The canoe.
Oh yeah, the canoe. But I got the nice
canoe.
I got
He
the nice
spent
Bluetooth speakers.
$150
Brought up
last
the
week.
canoe during it.
He
I
spent
spent more for a speaker than the canoe.
That's right. So every week he's spending a little bit more. He's just waiting to see what the
Yeah,
limit
but when I
is.
get a little motor, I mean, it's gonna be so nice just to zip around with
I
Blake
got a
and
little.
Jess in the
What kind of
creeks
motor are
and-
you looking to put on there?
Like a 2 horsepower little
I got a
tow
little
drive.
6. You could
That's
borrow.
way too much.
Yeah, it would like.
Either that or I get like
Get
a 60-pound thrust trolling motor, which is equal to like 1 horsepower, just under 1 horsepower.
Yeah, that would be the way to go.
For a
You could be-
14-foot canoe.
be
it'd
very green.
flying.
And I've got a couple of those too. You could actually, if you wanted to try it, to see if you like it before you actually
But yes.
commit. I've got like a 55-pound thrust trolling motor.
We can go over to the lighthouse for drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So nothing else before we
Nothing
shut
else,
this
but
down.
tell me how to spend my money.
Okay, so where you want to spend your money
Yeah.
is
Not
at
the
I'm
canoe.
basically losing money.
cutawayusa.com. Go, and they don't sell canoes. They don't
God.
sell speakers.
Not yet.
God.
They sell bike clothing and gear and equipment, and they do it really well. And Philip's an awesome guy, and he's local, and it's all done local and made in the USA, right?
No.
No. Okay. Well, I don't know. He's in the USA, and he's
in
Cutaway.
Charlottesville.
It's
Yep.
Cutaway USA. So support a local Mid-Atlantic, Jersey guy. Not Jersey like New Jersey, but Jersey as in cycling
This is
Jersey.
the worst outro we've had.
This whole episode.
You're killing it, man.
I'm
You're doing
sorry.
great.
Thanks, everybody, for listening to this episode. If you're still here, thank you, because you are die
Pat on the back.
hard. If you want to support the podcast, the best way you can do that is to find Joey Sikorsky on a social media channel and give him a pat on the back.
No,
For being a
don't. I
good
don't
guy.
want Pat on. No.
No, just drop over anywhere and give us a 5-star rating. That's really what we really want. We want,
If we're worthy of it.
if we're worth
If we're
after this
3-star,
episode,
it gives us
I
something to
don't
strive
know.
for.
Joey, how can folks get in touch with us if they want to do that?
We are at graveltraveldirt.com, and our Instagram handle is at Mid-Atlantic GTD.
Awesome. You don't even have to read that anymore. You got that
I hope
down.
not. It was pretty basic.
You've got, well, it confused Wes every time he had to go anywhere near anything
Yeah.
like that.
Somebody posted that they were doing a ride in Traverse, Michigan.
Traverse City.
Yeah, and I
Rasputin.
said,
Iceman cometh.
Oh, Rasputin is Vermont. Iceman
Yeah.
cometh is Michigan.
yeah, and I said we have friend in quotation marks there if you wanted to visit him, and you can find it. It's on the Dirty Kicking thing somewhere.
If you want to leave us a voicemail, our phone number is 410-231-4664.
Holy crap. That was my number you just gave out again.
We didn't have to say it was your number.
Well,
I don't know which number we had, but that was a number.
we don't even use a number anymore. Now
We should.
That's okay. Leave me a voicemail. That would be awesome. Leave me a Wookiee sound. I would love a Wookiee sound. I want a Wookiee sound. So I want.
That's what she said.
Oh, boy.
Thanks for riding along, everybody. Till next time, do good, be nice, go slow, respect others.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.